once again.
Good day, everyone. My name is CEO Makamoni. I am the rose that grew from the concrete. The title of today's topic, or should I say today's topic, or today's point of discussion, is trust. The word trust, as simple as it sounds, a 5-letter word, is complex in nature, in the sense that this word trust has put so many into precarious situations. The word trust has shaped destinies. It has actually destroyed destinies. It has caused problems maritally. It has caused problems amongst friends, amongst nations. So many crave for this word trust. They want it, but they also find it very difficult to give it in return. That is why I found it imperative to make it our point of discussion today. Now, I want to say something. I grew up hearing this word trust from my dad, who happens to have inculcated so many ideas into me that shaped me into where I am today. Amongst these ideas is the issue of trust. My dad used to say, and I quote, "Love many but trust few." You see, I bought so many ideas from my dad. I agree totally with most of the things he taught me. But when I was 13, I had to scrutinize his thoughts, his ideology on the word trust. And I felt I could not totally agree with him. I decided to put a little correction to what he has actually taught me over the years. Instead of agreeing with the phrase, "love many, trust few," I decided to make it, "love many, trust nobody." In fact, when my dad decided to ask me why I brought up, or how I came up with the phrase, "love many, trust nobody," then I started explaining to him. And my dad is such a person that he never feels too big to learn. He has the ability, he has the capacity to scrutinize ideas, look at situations and circumstances, and decide when you are actually telling him the truth, or who is actually on the right side. It makes it very easy for him to decide what to follow and what not to follow. So on this note, he tried to find out why I arrived at my conclusion. And after explaining to him, I made reference to so many things that has happened to him personally over the years. So many people that have betrayed him. And I asked him a question. These people that have betrayed you over the years should be amongst those that fall in line with your ideology of love many, trust few. They fall in line with the part that has to do with trusting few. What actually happened to these few you trust? The ones that betray you still form a fraction of the few that you trust. So on that note, there is no reason to trust anyone. If anyone has to be trusted, then let them earn the trust. Let them work for the trust. Issues, circumstances will prove who is trustworthy. For me, things I go through, times of pain, times of misery, in times of danger, in times of lack, these are circumstances that actually made me to know who to trust. So my own ideology is that everyone remains not trustworthy until proven to be trustworthy. So you have to prove yourself to be trustworthy before I can trust you. And after so many explanations and so many references, my dad actually agreed with me. He said, "Yes, you really have a point." So it's no longer love many, trust few. It's love many, trust nobody. So coming back to our today's point of discussion. When you look into the life we live today, you see that so many have gone because of betrayal. Too many African leaders, people who are actually on the right path to shape our lives into what we actually want it to be. And at that point, the powers that be, those who are actually benefiting from the ills of our society, decided to use some of the closest friends and companions of these people to betray them. And most of them got assassinated in the cause. For example, if you remember Thomas Sankara of Burkina Faso. You can read about him, his stories all over the internet. Thomas Sankara. So many of them, African leaders who were betrayed because of the issue of trust. Let's go over to other continents. Africans who reside in other continents, Black Americans. Let's look into the issue of Martin Luther King Jr. The first time he was stabbed by a black. The same people he was actually defending until his assassination. That actually has to do with betrayal also. Look into so many people. Patrice Lumumba, so many people were actually betrayed, which led to their death, their untimely death. So the issue of trust is a very serious issue that has landed people into danger, into many precarious and unsuitable situations. That is why I found it imperative to make it a point of discussion today. I really want to make it short today. But with these few points and these references that I made, at least on your own you can research into so many betrayals that occurred in our history. Betrayals that actually destroyed a good path that would have shaped destinies, that would have turned Africa into a home of our dreams. But because of the issue of trust, so many of these people were betrayed, and which has actually kept us to where we are today in Africa. The stagnation that has engulfed the entire African continent. Look at the issue of the time of slave trade. So many of these slaves that were sold were as a result of betrayal, because these whites do not know the terrain. They do not understand it. It's still our people that betrayed our people and handed them over to these whites, sold them to these whites. You look into this issue of trust. It's a very simple word, but very complex. And on this note, I say to you, my friends, love many, trust nobody. Thank you very much for listening. See you around.